Imagine you just finished a grueling month working the grill at your local fast food spot. You check your email and see you earned $2,000. But when you log into your bank account, the balance only shows $1,456. Federal tax, state tax, Medicare, invisible forces have already taken their cut. Then you go to the store. You pick up a bag of chips, realize the bag is half empty compared to last year, and see the receipt is 30% higher. The money you did manage to keep is silently buying you less. Every day, we trade our absolute most limited resource, our time, for a currency we rarely stop to truly examine. The financial system feels rigged against the average worker because the conventional wisdom we are taught about earning and saving money is largely an illusion. To stop being controlled by money, you have to look behind the curtain. You have to deconstruct the actual hidden mechanics governing the financial system. Take a physical object like gold. Gold has no inherent physical superiority to an average rock you find in your driveway. It carries worth purely because human society collectively agrees to assign it a high value. Modern fiat currency operates on that exact same principle. A dollar bill functions solely through our shared societal belief and our trust in the central banks that regulate its supply. True financial value comes from creating utility and perception. Millions of people willingly handed thousands of dollars to the creator of the iPhone because of the massive perceived utility he provided them. That brings us to the illusion of banking. Most people picture their deposited paycheck sitting safely inside a heavily guarded physical vault. The reality is a system called fractional reserve banking. Banks operate as matchmakers. They legally keep only a tiny fraction of your deposit on hand and immediately lend the rest outward to another borrower looking to buy a jet ski or a house. This lending system functions on a single statistical assumption that not every customer will ask to withdraw 100% of their funds at the exact same time. When they do, the system crumbles, exactly as it did in 2008. Banks do not act as static storage facilities. They operate as active engines of debt and interest, using everyday consumer deposits as the fuel to generate their own profit. This chart tracks the actual purchasing power of a $5 bill. The number on the paper stays perfectly flat, but the volume of instant noodles and gas it can actually buy is plummeting sharply downward. That slow, invisible erosion is inflation. Inflation spikes when supply chains experience bottlenecks, or when too much circulating cash causes consumers to bid up the prices of a limited supply of goods. To combat these spikes, central banks raise interest rates. This makes borrowing money intentionally expensive, effectively forcing people to buy less and cooling off the economy. That cooling period brings the economic cycle to its next phase, a recession. Spending halts, companies aggressively cut costs through downsizing, and the economy undergoes a painful but standard reset. Navigating this chaotic cycle requires borrowing power, and lenders evaluate individuals using a credit score. This algorithm measures a very specific behavioral trait, your reliability to pay lenders back. This pie chart illustrates exactly how that score is calculated. Payment history carries the heaviest weight. The algorithm also factors in your credit utilization ratio, how much credit you use versus what you have available, and the age of your active accounts. Because of how this algorithm is structured, an individual carrying absolutely zero debt can still be assigned a terrible credit score simply because they lack a borrowing history for the system to measure. Financial stability is a myth. The wider economy operates in a constant cycle of boom and reset, and your personal credibility is judged entirely by how profitably you manage debt for the lenders. Because money is a social construct that consistently loses its purchasing power through the cycles we've seen, keeping your cash stagnant guarantees a loss of wealth over time. Investing is the necessary mechanism to escape this trap. You stop trading your time for a paycheck and start trading your money to acquire more money. You do this by purchasing vehicles like stocks and bonds. These are tiny ownership slices of actual companies and real-world value that grow fast enough to outpace the erosion of inflation. This diagram illustrates compound interest, a silent engine where invested money duplicates itself, generating its own returns. It works in two directions. Unpaid credit card debt creates a chaotic mounting liability, but long-term investments organize into a systematic wealth-building force. Time is the true multiplier in this equation. By killing off bad debt quickly, investing your money consistently, and understanding these invisible rules, you can flip the mechanics of money in your favor.